Folks,
Yes.
we are joined by a very special guest, a phenomenal woman, a gorgeous woman. Welcome to our TV One set, Cicely Tyson.
Thank you, Roland and Joe.
Thank you.
Thank
How
you.
are you doing?
I'm here.
That's always a good thing.
That's all I need to know. Listen,
Your
the other
perspective.
night when
Yes.
we were celebrating Reverend Lowry, Vernon
His
Jordan.
90th birthday in Atlanta last Sunday.
That's right. Vernon Jordan, when it was his turn to speak, said, as a lawyer, I have to give you advice. When you wake up in the morning without pain, you're dead.
That's a good point. Ms. Tyson, I got to ask you, this monument, this dedication, your reflections on Dr. King and this amazing movement.
Very difficult to define, primarily because it was so monumental. I look at the fact that this was scheduled initially on an earlier date, and Irene dispelled it. I have yet to to feel comfortable about what happened when the following day was such a glorious day like today. And my mother had a saying about things like this: man appoints, but God disappoints. And my feelings are that that was not Dr. Martin Luther King. This is closer to being him. He wasn't a man about fanfare. He was a man about doing. And so I'm comfortable about being here because I think that this was closer to who he was than that might have been.
Can I ask the question, your visceral reaction when you actually saw the monument?
I haven't seen it yet.
You have not seen
No, I
it?
have not seen it yet.
So this will be your first
This
time
will
actually
be,
laying
and
eyes
I'm
on it.
sure it will render me breathless.
He gave voice to women like my mother, who guarded her children fiercely.
When you think about
Never told her daughters
this
to do something
generation,
they could not do.
and folks know Dr. King through newsreels, through books and things of that nature, do you think people really understand the measure of this man as opposed to a few speeches?
I doubt very seriously that anyone will ever understand the depth and the measure of the man. I think for the future generation, for the younger generation, it is important, the monument, because they have something that's tangible aside from being taught who he was, reading about who he was, hearing about who he was. They can come and look at this statue and form a closer reality to the man. So in that respect, I think it's very important.
Got to ask a final question.
Yes.
The movie, King,
Yes.
you played Mrs. Coretta Scott
Yes,
King.
I did.
Look, we're talking about Dr. King, but please share a few words about the woman who stood by his side and kept his legacy alive,
Well,
that made the King holiday a reality.
certainly she was very important to me and very generous with her time. I moved in with the family just so that I could be there, feel them, smell them, and taste them. And I went to say Mountaintop the other after. Yes.
Samuel L. Jackson's playing
Yes.
MLK on Broadway.
Yes, with Angela Bassett. And he brought a carnation out, and he proceeded to talk about that carnation. One of the most moving experiences that I had with Coretta was the fact that he called her the day before, and he said, I sent you some flowers. And she said, I have not received them. And then there was a knock on the door, and she said, wait, this may be them. And surely enough, it was. And she looked at them and she said to him, they're not real flowers, they're fake flowers. He said, I wanted you to have something that would last. And she pointed them out to me. She had them in a credenza glass, a bowl of red carnations. Okay. And to me, I remember that about her and he, the last moments that they had together.
Amazing. Cicely Tyson, always a pleasure. Thank you so very much for being with us.
Thank you, Roland.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you.